Hi everybody, Zach Tech is here with my TNA Impact Wrestling review for November 3rd, 2011. No. Not the TV show. I missed Impact TV, but I was at the Impact Wrestling house show this past Thursday at Soaring Eagle Casino in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Now, here's what the plan is. I'll be talking on here about it, showing you the things I got from the show. And then after I talk, you're going to see a slideshow of photos that I took from the show. Now, I started off the day with me and my cousin Amanda. You're going to see her in photos. I took her to the show. You're going to see her in some photos as well as myself. And me and her had $50 tickets. $50 tickets. Means we got ringside seats, and we got in early. We did get to meet the wrestlers before the show. Thought the organization of it was very well done. Like when the line down, and I bought a program to get signed. Here's my program there. There's Jesse Sorensen there. There's Austin Aries and Gunner, who signed the front. Those are the 3 of the 6 that I met before the show. Also before the show, I met Abyss. You guys say you're going to see the photos after my review in a slideshow format. Asshole himself, Anderson. There's Asshole there on the thing as well. Now, who else did I meet before the show? Before the show started. Oh, Magnus. He was there, got his little autograph there. There you go with that. And who else did I meet before the show? Before the show, I saw Don West like shilling before the show. Like before the gates opened for the $50 people, he was shilling his crazy deals, deals a night or whatever. And there was DW's autograph. So there you go. And speaking of Don's crazy specials, I was outside the venue when the doors are open. Me and my cousin Amanda were there by 5:30, waiting for the doors to open up. And she's as big as wrestling fan as I am. She was very excited, and I kind of like hid it from her for a while, just like a little surprise. This TNA Impact show. But it was a bigger surprise to meet the stars before the show. She didn't know that until the day of the show. But it was a bigger surprise waiting for both of us. But we got there. We saw people walk in. But we didn't get any photos of them walking in from the front. Austin Aries walked in. Anderson walked in. And Gunner walked in. They all walked in like the front by the gates when they opened the doors for the fans. So I saw them walking in. But then Don came out talking about the deals. I never buy that much anymore at wrestling shows or fighting or any entertainment shows unless it's cheap. Like a laminate or something like that. I don't spend more than $15 anymore on a show. And I don't buy programs much, but I had to get that program because I want to get it signed. So I was going to get the brown bag special at first. $20 brown bag special. This time it included 4 DVDs and a t-shirt. I was like, cool, I was going to get that. But then they had this VIP Backstage package that was $80. I got that instead, and boy, was it a lot more worth it than the brown bag special. The VIP package included a die-cast Jeff Hardy designed truck, which my cousin kept, 4 8x10s, which I will show you in a second, and a chance to go backstage not once, but twice. So the 4 8x10s were AJ and Velvet, who were at the Mush booth. I got these signed instead of my program. So there's AJ there. And also Velvet. Here's my Velvet autograph. Met someone else at halftime. I'll show in a second. But like I said, it's $80 package to go backstage. Before the show, we got to meet this man, Jeff Hardy. Yes, he also signed my program. There you go, Hardy in the program. You're going to see many photos of me and Hardy and my cousin and Hardy too after my review. So there you go. So there they have 3-man Hardy and AJ Velvet. And also the 6 wrestlers I mentioned, Gunnar, Anderson, Abyss, all them before the show. We had the show. First half of the show. Starting off with Jeremy Borash coming out saying, hi everybody, Mount Pleasant. And it was sold out, by the way. This was packed. And I had really good seats, which you'll probably see in my photos. This was on Thursday, by the way. And this is way before Impact aired on TV. And we knew we were going to miss it. He revealed that Bobby Roode did beat James Storm for the TNA title on Impact. Which basically everyone knew before reading the spoilers. And when he said that, James Storm came out. And he talked about, Bobby Roode winning. And Bobby Roode not being on the card in Michigan. Considering himself too good. Yada, yada, yada. Storm did wrestle that night, which I'll get to in a moment. Like I said, he talked about things and drank his beer. And that was the first segment of the show. We headed towards the first match, which was for the X Division Championship, which was Austin Aries taking on Jesse Sorensen. First fight of the house show. Therefore, great opening to the show. The crowd was wired up from the get-go. They would get rowdier and rowdier throughout the evening. Very much on Jesse's side. There were some Austin fans, but mostly everyone was there for Jesse. No, he did not carry the football with him like he has on television. But it was a great opener. Great high-flying moments for both of them. Great back-and-forth action between these guys. Very good way to start the show. Very fast-paced matchup. But it was Austin Aries who got the victory, a clean victory over Jesse Sorensen, and kept the title. Keeping the title thing running, we had ODB taking on the reigning Knockouts champion, Velvet Sky. Before they came out, they introduced the referee. I think the only referees they used that night were the Hebners. Brian Hebner refereed the first match, and the second match was Earl Hebner. And Herb Hebner came out. He took off his referee shirt, revealed his damn white I did shirt. He wore Hitman shades. He did the suck it, the DX suck it sign with the Hitman shades on, so I thought it was pretty funny. So then we had the match between ODB and Velvet, which was better than any Divas match on WWE, but it was a fun matchup. It was an okay matchup. Not the best, but still very fun matchup between them two. There was a fun spot when ODB ran into Earl Hebner, and Earl Hebner got him some. He got to kiss ODB. Took a little photo of that. I hope it turns out well. But and Earl was like doing a little sex moves after he kissed ODB. But then, of course, Velvet got a finisher, got the win over ODB, and retained her Knockouts Championship. Now, on to the third match of the evening, which was James Storm versus Magnus. Magnus came out. USA chants came automatically when he came out. He was talking about Americans and how they suck and think they're a man by drinking beer like James Storm, yada, yada, yada. James Storm comes out talking about, this my country and stuff. And Magnus is like, you know what? You think being a man in America is drinking means you like to drink beer? I'm going to drink your beer. So Magnus drinks the beer, right? He drinks the beer. Beer falling all over his mouth. He was about to swallow it. Storm kicked him. Super kicked his ass. With the last call, super kick. Spat the beer out. 1, 2, 3. Basically a 10-second squash match. At a TNA house show. I knew when this match was announced in the card, I was like, I knew it was going to be a squash. But I knew it was going to be like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? 10 seconds. Ridiculous. But anyway, they go with that squash to do it. And then, of course, the last match before intermission which was Mr. Anderson taking on Abyss, who is free from Momotaro, but still a heel. Anyway, because I met those two. So we had the match between them two to end before the first happened. I thought it was a decent matchup. We didn't get to see Abyss do any of his moves, though. He did do a choke slam, but he didn't do shock treatment or black hole slam in this match. So I was like a little disappointed there, but still okay matchup to end the first half of the show. But Abyss ended up getting himself disqualified after we whammed Anderson with the steel chair. So then Anderson gave a mic check after the match, and Anderson was doing his like, your winner is Mr. He didn't get to do Mr. Anderson before the match. He was going to, but Abyss interrupted him when he was saying, Mr. So he did it after the match, but Anderson's like, you know what? Let me pick a fan to do the honors. So he picked some little kid from the front row and let him do the Mr. Anderson thing. He was okay, but not as good as Anderson. So after that, we added on the intermission. Now I mentioned I got the $80 backstage deal. So I got to meet Jeff Hardy before the show. But during halftime, we got to go backstage and met the following people. Yes, he showed up. Ric fucking Flair was there. They got 16-time world champ. Signed. I didn't get a picture with him. My cousin did. I didn't have time to get the camera ready. Also during halftime, intermission, got to meet Bully Ray. Bully Ray there, little signature there. Met another member of Immortal as well at halftime. The big bad booty daddy himself, Scott Steiner, and also Michigan's own as well, RVD. Got a little more experience with him later on. I'll tell you about it. So that's who I met backstage during intermission because of the VIP package that I had. And also doing intermission at the merch booth, got to meet ODB. Now this was included with the package that she ain't a program. Bam! She did have the flask. And mentioned after the match between Velvet and ODB, Velvet got to drink a little bit of ODB's flask. I didn't mention that. So then after that, I met ODB and met all the superstars in the back. Ric Flair, RVD, Steiner, and Bully Ray. Basically, I met everybody who wrestled with the exception of James Storm. I met everybody but James Storm. So there you go. We continued with the second half of the show with AJ Styles taking on Gunner. Before that, Ric Flair, who was in the house. Like I said, I met him. That was a great opportunity. I'll never forget. Third WWE Hall of Famer I met Austin, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair. 3 WWE Hall of Famers. So Ric Flair came out talking about being in Michigan and stuff. And he talked about Gunner because, of course, Immortal after all. And when he mentioned Gunner, people booed him. And Ric was like, don't boo Gunner. And anytime any heel said, don't cheer or boo, they got louder. I'll tell you more later. So Flair did his little speech, and jet flying, limousine riding, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun spiel. And his young lady was looking at him, and she asked him, what room number? And Flair sat on the mic, and he said, 18 to 28 or something, honey, or something like that. I was kind of really funny, but creepy because he's like 65, but still. He looked very good. Well, like this big leather jacket when he came out, but I met him without the leather jacket. So there you go. Then, like I said, here comes AJ and Gunner, the match. Decent match. Very fun match between these two. Gunner had most of the advantage. He beat the crap out of AJ for most of the match. Then AJ came flying back. He did his moves. He did attempt to do a Styles Clash, but he didn't get to do it. He did, what, 2 Pele's in the match. He died flying for him. Then he got the second Pele, and the second Pele got the victory for AJ Styles, a phenomenal one over Gunner. It was at least a 5-10 minutes, I think 10-minute, 12-minute match. I think every match lasted at least 5 to 10 minutes, with the exception of Storm and Magnus. Then out of the main event, the one that the fans got the most rowdy for Jeff Hardy and RVD teaming up against Bully Ray and Steiner. Bully and Steiner came out, and boy, did they get heat immediately when they came out. Boos off the board from the fans. And they started doing a little heel spiel. Steiner came out saying, "The big bad booty daddy wants to have a good time with one of you women out there. But you know what, Michigan women, haven't seen much but ugly bitches." Seriously. He did say bitches. A lot of swear words in this show. And there's like a lot of kids. That's what happens when you go to a TV 14 wrestling show instead of TV PG. WWE. Anyway. So after Bully Ray and Steiner did a little heel spear, especially with the crowd getting louder and louder, they said, "You keep cheering, we're leaving." They did a na-na-na-na chant. So then the loudest pops of the night went to RVD and Hardy. It was a tie. When they both came out, the crowd went berserk when they both came out. Crowd went bananas with RVD and Hardy when they came out with the show and all. So they did the main event. Decent main event, decent tag team matchup, very fun matchup. RVD and Hardy got some good action. I think Hardy looked very good tonight. You know, he and RVD, yeah, they fucked up every once in a while. They got a little high, a little now and then, but you know what? Hey, we love them, because they're great wrestlers. The fun match tonight, RVD did the Rolling Thunder, combined with Hardy Swanton to get the victory over Bully and Steiner. I think he did it on Bully, I think. But anyway, fun main event, fun show had by all. I thought the matches were well done. Nothing 5-star, but at least 3 or 4 stars. Fun little house show. Crowd was very into it. I like the organization of how things went smoothly, especially with the lines for autographs outside the stage and backstage as well. I thought organization went very well. Things went very smoothly during the show. And after the show, they always do like the wrestlers in the ring taking pictures of the fans for $20. It was RVD and Hardy tonight. They said they never done that with RVD and Hardy at the same time, taking photos with the fans for $20. But since I had the $80 VIP backstage package, I got to go in the ring for free. It was included with the $80 package. So you're going to see me and my cousin Amanda in the ring with RVD and Jeff Hardy after the match. So there you go. And she's never been to a wrestling show before, and I asked her to go with me. And she absolutely enjoyed it. And this is her thing. You know, she's almost 16 years old, and she never done anything like this before. And she got more than she ever dreamt. She probably just thought she was just going to a wrestling show. She did not think she was going to meet the wrestlers before the show, let alone people backstage with RVD, Hardy, and Ric Flair, and everybody else. So it was a great night, great night. Spent combined $50 ticket, $80 VIP package, and the $20 program, $150 total. But you know what? Whoop every money TNA puts on the Battle House shows. No stupid storylines to follow. I thought it was great action, fun night. And take advantage of every time. If they offer a VIP package to go backstage, no matter who it is, take it. You'll never forget an opportunity. You get the $50 tickets. Meet the superstars before the show. I advise you to do that. And every TNA show you can do. TNA puts on the good house shows. I knew I made the right choice, and I did. So with that in mind, you've been attacked by the review from Zach from the house show, November 3rd at Soaring Eagle. Right now, I'm going to end this video with a slideshow of all the photos that I took. So here you go. Here comes my photos. See ya.